YouTube? It's Brother Dennis, and as always, I give God all the glory for today. Today is Saturday, such a beautiful day. The devil's been busy, God has been greater. So, I'm going to attempt to make a video, not just a vlog. So, if this looks a little different, it's I'm using my tablet, not my phone. Sorry I haven't been on YouTube and posting the videos like I want to, like I need to, but I'm having a lot going on in my personal life. I'm a real person. I got real issues. We got a very sick person in our family who's in hospice. My wife's been out of town, haven't been feeling well health-wise, having some car issue. You know, life is happening. But God. Oh, but God. So here we are, race 5, right? So, actually my wife is actually coming to town today. I'm gonna meet her at the train station. I don't have time to go. It takes me like 5-6 hours out of my day to basket my birds. I gotta get them, go to Joe's house, go to Fayetteville, which is like an hour-and-a-half ride, back to Joe's house, then back home. So that's like 3 hours one way, 6 hours total. I don't have that time today. But Joe has agreed to go to take my birds to basking for me. So God bless Joe. Last week, I think I made a video about last week. We finished, one bird finished well, and halfway down the sheet, the other two made it home. So to God be the glory for that. Breeding is going exceptionally well. I got a lot of birds. I'm gonna be shipping some birds out next week. A lot of these birds behind me are the birds I'm gonna choose from. That's why they're in this section, because I haven't let them out yet. I haven't started settling them, trap training them, anything. They just been getting a little older and a little stronger in here so they can make the ride in the box to wherever they're going. A couple of them are going across the country, Texas to the Apple Cup, I think, which is in Washington. I want to send a couple to Georgia and Florida. So I don't want to send a lot of really young squeaker types. I want them just, they are squeakers, but I want them, you can hear them squeaking, but I want them to get just a little older and stronger, right? So, so I'm actually adding a couple today to this side, which is like my little bit of my grow out. This is actually one of my younger birds that I'm adding, and this is a Garland Evans bird, right? It's got his feathers. So this is a Garland Evans squeaker. I'm not going to attempt to move my tablet around so you can see, but I have my water jug over here. I'll just dip his head in that. And then I just let him go. I dip his head in the water, make him drink. I hold it there for a second, you know, and then let him go. That's it. So I actually got 3 of those. This is actually a tachyon bird coming over today. One of my tachyon birds. I actually gave this nestmate away to Quentin, one of our new flyers. He needed a couple birds. It's actually supposed to go to Eric, but Eric couldn't make it to the meeting, so Quentin got those birds. So I got plenty of birds to give Eric if he still wants them. But this is a tachyon bred bird. You know, if you can't beat them, join them. So fully feathered, right? I gave his nestmate away. Dip his head, but he's been living over there. All these birds been living in the section with their parents, drinking out the same waterers that I have over here, the green, big green ones. So, oh, actually I was wrong. I think it's this dark check right here. Yeah, this dark check is my youngest bird. A little worried about bringing this one over, but all these are babies over here in my 4 racing pigeons. And out of my 4 racing pigeons, they don't seem to be that mean, right? So this is actually a dark check, beautiful looking bird. But yeah, Garland Evans bird. I'm gonna dink his head. This bird, I was debating on whether to bring it over here, right? And then what I'll do is I'll end up putting the water on the floor for a couple days, just to make sure, because some of these birds, if I see them, like that bird there wasn't on the perch. He was on the floor when I got him, right? So he's gonna hang out on the floor for a day or two before he gets up on the perch. And I have my water off the floor. So I wanna make sure I put my water on the floor so he can run out and grab it. You know what I mean? And here's my last youngster. It's a Garland Evans bird too. It's the nest mate to that first one I showed you, right? Plus pigeons, what they do is they watch each other. And like they're creatures of habit. They watch each other, so they're gonna do what the other ones do. I just brought this one over a couple days ago. It's a really small, beautiful bird. Look at this bird. This is a Joe. This is a Joe lily loft bird. Very, very high, like, valuable bird. And Joe gives these away to people that want to race them. Not everybody, because he don't have that many birds. He don't breed hundreds of birds. He only breeds enough birds that he can use, and he breeds enough to give a few away. But this is off the pair that he gave me last year, the Florida Derby. My Florida Derby money winner. This is a younger bird. It was actually a singleton. His nest mate didn't hatch. And it was scalped really bad. I don't know if you see the back of his head, but it was scalped really bad. And this bird doesn't like, it's like a loner, right? It doesn't like go to the food. It doesn't eat. I gotta keep my eye on it. And it already feels bigger today than it did 2 days ago when I got it. It was almost like skin and bones. So I know that the parents, because it was in the breeding loft, it was scared because it had got scalped, and the parents wasn't feeding it no more because they got another around, so the parents wasn't feeding it, and it was scared to eat, so it just stayed on the perch. I noticed it on the same perch. So when I grabbed it, I said, it's time for you to go out of here. You're fully feathered, you know, but I'm not in a hurry to snatch all my youngsters away from their parents. I let them stay in there until I know they're fully weaned. I see them eating. And I can never see this bird eating or drinking. I always seen it on the perch. And then I just realized that's because it was scalped. And my conclusion is it was scalped. It's afraid of the older birds, so it wouldn't eat or drink. Maybe in the middle of the night when everybody was like nested down or whatever. I don't know, but it's here now and it's already seen to be thriving. Oh, and the bird, get moved. Bird just pooped. You seen it on my tablet with a case. Come on, bro. The one I just brung in here is like basically telling me how he feels about me. Poopy. Your name is Poopy, buddy. Give you some water. Oh, I don't need to give you water. You've been here already. And it's already flying. Look, it's already went up on the perch. Trying to find a boom. So it's already... Move! Move away. The bird wants to sit right over top the perch and poop on my thing. Stop. I just brung you over here. Stop. So let's grab, alright, so this cock, y'all gotta move, man. Don't get over the top. Oh, this cock feels really heavy, but it is what it is. This cock's going in the basket. 260 miles this week. Tachyon bred bird. It's heavy. At this point, I'm not racing. I'm not gonna say I'm not racing to win. Beautiful bird, right? I'm not saying I'm not racing to win. I'm more racing to get my birds the experience, to get home, right? So next year, Debbie will have no excuses, all right? I was gonna sit out this race, actually, but the bird feels a little heavy. It's because I have these youngsters in here, and there's constant food in here. Here's my girl, Joe Lily Love. She feels really good. I'm hoping for a really good finish from her. I don't see any eggs, and that bothers me because I just hope she's not ready to lay an egg tomorrow morning. I just hope she's not ready. So she's a hen. Joe from Lily Love bloodline. We're gonna race her. She's very capable of winning. She is. So is that cock I showed you, but he feels a little heavy. But this bird's very capable of winning. We'll see. Oh, and by the way, these two birds, they're actually mated. They're actually a mated pair, those two birds. And my other one is this Adrian Peacock. And he don't want to go. He might have a good finish tomorrow because he is mated with my my late hatch bird, which I found out was a hen. I was kind of hoping it was a cock because it's pretty not a really big bird, but she's got a good size to her. So I thought she was a hen, but she's not. She's a cock. I mean, I thought she was a cock, but she's a hen. And here's her mate. This guy, Adrian P. Bird. His birds are a little bit bigger. I'm actually sending 2 of these birds to the Apple Cup. I got them in here. I'll show them to you next week when I send them out. Make another video. But yeah, this guy, yeah. So this guy, he's actually sitting on eggs. So maybe he'll be motivated to get his ass home. Excuse the language. Maybe he'll be motivated to get on home, right? And instead of finishing, you know, wherever, right? So one of the reasons why I am running this race, and then I'm going to train really well this week. I'm going to get them out this week, train, because next week's a shorter race. It's like 170, and I feel like the last 2 or 3 races, because this is race 5, and I think we only got 7 races, so I'm going to really try to get them feeling good, you know, these last couple races. But we'll see. You know, I just want to finish the season. If I started with 3 birds and I finished with 3 birds, that's going to be awesome. We do have 1 top 25 finish in the combine. I know that doesn't seem like a lot to nobody or anybody, but, you know, small victories. It's my first old bird season that I'm raced. I'm only racing with 3 birds. That's why I'm breeding all these birds. I got birds. This just not my young bird. This is like the holding section to move them over. Actually, after the next couple weeks, when these birds are done, and I start breaking up my breeders and put the cocks and the hens together, like cocks on one side, hens on the other, into my smaller loft. These 3 race birds will go over there, and you know, the cocks with the cocks, the hens with the hens, along with the my late hatch I have right here. This is actually that was the late hatch right there. And I think she's the mother of them eggs, right? So yeah, they're gonna go over there, and then both these sides will be young bird. This will be a young bird loft, and I'll get all my birds in here. I'm gonna end up with like 60 something birds, I think. I'm gonna send a couple out, and then I'll have 30 and 30 or whatever it is. And then as they mature, I can tell we're gonna do cocks and hens. One side, cocks on one side, hens on the other. And you know, Joe's will help me have an awesome young bird season this year. Plan on smoking them this year. But right now we're focused on old birds. I'm gonna snatch this crate up, and I'm gonna not end the video here. I'm gonna end this part of it, but you'll see me again, hopefully. YouTube, it's Brother Dennis. And it's Saturday. Sunday, I mean, the day after. And here we go. I got the young birds. Their first, letting them out for the first time. It's evening time. I like doing it in the evening, just to give them a little bit of, I don't push them out. Not the first couple times or whatever. They'll want to follow the other. They'll figure it out. Those guys that are up there, I can see the Tachyon white bird was the first one out. He's the oldest one. He or she. I think it's a cock though. I think from what I see inside the loft, I have a lot more young cocks, I think, right now. But it's hard to tell. But yeah. So race 5 went today. Is weird situation because the live wasn't working right. I don't know, so I had to put in my time manually and the hours manually into the bins, into the clock and everything, and same thing. Finished 1 bird, my cock with the white patch on his head. He came first around in the 80s, and then the other 2 came later, slower. So they made it home again, so I'm 3 for 3 again. Just not at the top of the sheet where I want to be, but you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. And I know what I know what the reasons are. The birds are young. They're inexperienced. I'm not training them right, and they're a small team. There's no pool. They're flying individually, So they're going through the wrong lofts, they're taking the wrong paths, and you know, all that'll change as time and experience, with time and experience. And what I'll probably do is I'll probably take them with me as I'm training my young birds to get them more experience. So that's what I'm thinking. And since I only have one hen and two cocks, I could just put the hen on one side. And yeah, so that one right there on the edge, that's my oldest pair. It's a tachyon. My oldest bird, pair number 1. It's actually not pair number 1, it's actually pair 6, but 7 actually. But that first eggs laid this year, that bird right there. So you see, they all figure out, they're starting to see something is up. They're like, oh, them guys are out. They jumped up there. We can do that? What? Uh-oh. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Took the plunge so far. There's 20 in there plus 2 droppers. The droppers have already been out. They're like 2 years old, so they know what's up. But the hen just laid an egg, so they might not come out. But yeah, this is how I do it. That's the reason why I got that trap set up the way it is, so they could because I noticed the other year, let's see, here we go, they're up and about. A couple of them taking off. So this is my thing. I know they're strong on the wing, but it was intentional to hold them back as long as I could because of the hawk issue. I want them to at least be able to have a fighting chance out here. And I want them to basically get, yeah, they're up. 3 of them are up, which is good, because tomorrow it'll be 4 and 5, 6 and 7. They're gonna figure it out. And I'm not gonna push them out yet. It might be bad though, because they might, it's evening, so hopefully they stay close. But this could be bad if they're too strong on the wing, because that one is getting it. There's another one over there getting it. He went up in the tree, so he came out the tree. Now he's coming back this way, so we'll see. We'll see it. We'll see. So it's always nervous when you let your birds out first. The first time, it's very scary. It's like, especially when you lose the amount of birds I lose during training and everything, it's very scary. And I'm quite sure I'm probably gonna lose a lot of these birds, only because, let me see, I put them together in January. What's this, February? They were born in February, which is March, April, February. So these birds are like 2 months old. So maybe I waited, maybe they're, I don't know. So we'll see. Hopefully most of them stick around. Yeah. So that's where we're at with it, guys. We're settling our birds now. This round's getting settled. I'm gonna push the other ones over, get them settled too. Yeah, from the looks of it, there's 3 flying around overhead and 2 hanging around on the house. From the looks of it, so they shouldn't have. They should be strong on the wing, but they shouldn't be like overly like stamina. Like they shouldn't have too much stamina yet. Hopefully, there's 2 right there. It's together. One on the roof. So it looks like 5 are out. 5 is out so far out of the 15 or out of the 20. So there was 1 over the house. So they seem to be doing okay as far as sticking not too far away, but you know, it is what it is. I'll leave the I'll close the door and leave the trap open in case one or two of them stay out overnight. You know, but there's another one coming out. So I know if I walk in there, they'll all come out, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to spook them out. But I will next time. Just want them to learn on their own. Now, see if the problem is if I open that door, which I will soon, and it's hanging down, they'll be able to come out and take off. And that's what I don't want them to do. I want them to kind of jump up on the roof, look around. You know, they've been looking out that gate. They've been looking out that aviary. They've been looking out them screens for a month now. So they should know a little bit about mapping their surroundings from there. I don't use a settling cage. I just let them out. There's one circling around the high school, circling back this way. It's a big tree over here. Right there, a big tree. And they go up in that tree a lot. My wife called me. Hello? Yeah. Ice cream cones. Yeah. Love you, yep. Yeah, so they're out. There's a couple on the roof over there. Let me see if I can, because my tablet. Yeah. I heard the door slamming. So, yeah, that's where we're at with it. We're selling birds. I still got 3 racing birds left with two races left. This week is a short race coming up, and then next week's the long race and the last race. So looks like the dropper hen wants to come out, or cock wants to come out. Yeah, so another guy jumped up. So this is the learning process, and then the other ones over there, they're looking. They're up on the board. They're looking. They're like, what's going on? What's going on? And that's what I did. This is my first round in here, and over on the other side is like my second round, and a couple of my third rounds I just put in there. But we're gonna have to get all these birds out. The next week or two, this will all be one loft. I'll open the door in the middle, leave it propped open, and I'll be opening both traps at the same time, and we'll just be using this as one big racing loft until I start seeing eggs, and then hopefully I'll have everybody settled and I could be able to start splitting them. So I don't want my young birds breeding. They're already molting because I don't have a light on in here. That guy right there's got turkey neck up there. You see him? He's already getting the turkey neck. So they're getting their adult feathers. Some of them already got them. That guy took the plunge. So this is where we're at. I'll end the video. I'll either pin in the comments or tag on after this the results of how many birds I got back out of the 20. And you know, God bless everybody. Thanks for supporting the channel. It means a lot. It's going to be exciting times coming here next couple weeks as we're settling birds. You know, because once we get the birds settled, we'll get them out to 5 or 10 miles and then shut them down until late summer, early fall. training for young bird season, and hopefully I'll have a small army to compete very well this year with. So God bless everybody. Stay faithful, remain humble, remain patient, and just know that everything happens in God's time.